Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Twant Lavish. I'm back with another video. Right now we're behind the scenes again, working on my 2D animated series. If you haven't seen part 1, you should go check that out. What I'm doing, if you're new to my videos, I'm making a 2D animated series. I'm a film director and actor. I also make 3D animation and 2D animation, movies, TV shows, cartoons, all kind of different stuff. Graphic designer. I'll tell y'all more about me later. But right now I'm starting with a size 5 brush and I'm creating my outlines for my characters. What I do, if you're curious, I create my characters in Dash Studio. Dash Studio is a program where you can create characters and pose them, and also create 3D animations and do a whole lot of stuff. It's a great program. But since I'm making this 2D animated series and I'm doing most of the work alone, what I'm doing is to make my job and life easier. I'm posing my characters to get accurate poses and get accurate, just presentation of what my characters, what I want them to look like. So I create them, I'll render them out in the pose that I want them to already be in, and I'll bring them in Photoshop, and then I'll redraw each character. This is frame by frame. Every animation that on this is going to be frame by frame, and this is going to be a series that I'm working on, so you guys will be able to get this. It's a 2D animated series, basically about a military spy working with the government to stop terrorists. It's a great storyline. You guys gonna love it. So if you interested in watching this when it come out, subscribe to my YouTube channel. But so right now I'm just creating the outlines of the character. Then I'll go in and do my coloring, and my shadows and everything like that, and my shading and do hair and all that stuff. So right now I'm just doing my outlines right now. I try to stick with the same size brush as best as I can. Some areas I make the brush a little smaller, but yeah, I try to stick with the same size brush so that the characters can look accurate throughout the whole animation. Yeah, basically I'm just doing all I can right now to bring this story to life. It's a long process. 3D animation is a lot more easier than 2D animation, but the reason why I chose to pursue this in 2D animation is because I just love 2D animation. I always loved 2D animation, but I've been working in 3D animation for a while now, and I just fell back in love with 2D animation just recently. And I decided to keep my story as 2D because it was gonna be a 3D first, but then I just needed that artistic feel, and something about 3D animation, 2D animation is just, there's more control over what you're doing. It's a lot harder, a lot more time consuming. Both of them are difficult, but 2D animation, you have to put more effort into it because there's a lot of drawing involved. But the good thing is, it's not too technical like 3D. But 3D is challenging as well, so it's not that either or are better than each other, but both have its challenges. Right now, just creating the shadows for my character. I like to draw my shadows from scratch, just in case I'm in different environments, so I can match my shadows up with the environment that I'm in. And I might want to do different kind of lighting techniques with the shadows, and just in case certain light is beaming off the ground, I can change the shadow to a certain kind of color, or do a blend to it, any kind of thing like that. Yeah, right now I'm just doing my colors. The video, if you're wondering why it's going so fast, the video was so long, I had to speed it up. Unless you guys enjoy watching 2-hour-long videos, I had to speed this video up and cut some stuff. But if you guys are cool with watching longer videos, just let me know. I'll just post the whole thing next time. But I figured you guys wouldn't want to watch a 2-hour-long video, so I had to cut some stuff to make it shorter and speed the video up as well. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now is just doing all my colors, then I come back. I just do the main stuff first. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention too, if you guys actually want to see me work inside Dash Studio so you can see how I create the characters and then pose my character and then bring them in Photoshop. It's a great tool, man. It's a great tool for getting the exact poses. It's challenging to get accurate poses unless you got people just waiting and ready to do the poses you want. I mean, you can also do them yourself, take photos. I also have done that before, so you can take photos of yourself doing poses. But Dash Studio is a great tool for me because, you know, I already work in 3D, so what I do is I just create my characters how I want them to look. It also helps with that too, you know, you can visualize your character right in Dash Studio and then bring them to life, and then, you know, after you pose them, you get the right poses, you can bring them in Photoshop. Right now I'm creating a fully long fight scene. So this animation is a fight scene from the show that I'm doing. The backgrounds, if you're curious about the backgrounds, I did not make these backgrounds. These backgrounds is from the game Streets of Rage. So I'll show you the backgrounds that's in the beginning of it. They're from the video game Streets of Rage 4. That game really inspired me. It really inspired my art style with this animation. It's not the exact same art style, but it inspired my art style a little bit, you know, to have that movie style look with you know, with those manga style lines, with those comic book manga style lines, but still have that movie style kind of look, you know. But Streets of Rage, it very inspired me. I really like that game. Specifically the art style. I actually love the game just because of the art style. When I play that game, I'm more like immersed in like the backgrounds and how the environments look and how they drew stuff and how this and that look, how the effects are. I think it's real cool. But yeah, so I'm on the second character right now, just doing the outlines. You know, right now I'm just doing the outlines, you know. So I go through it. It makes it so much easier to bring in a rendered character because you can keep accurate, you know, if you're not like that great with autonomy, you know, Dash Studio, you know, or any program that you can bring in characters that you already got, or 3D models, or you can create the 3D model without having to do too much work. The good thing about Dash Studio is they have like ready-made 3D models that you can use and then, you know, pose them and dress them up and do all of this different stuff. And you know, it's a lot of stuff you can buy on their website too to help your process, you know. But if you just wanted the poses, you won't have to buy nothing. You can just use the pre-made characters they already give you with the software, and then you can, you know. Only reason why I buy a lot of stuff is because I actually make 3D animations as well. But you guys wouldn't have to do that. Right now I'm just doing this. I also use some of the 3D some of the 3Ds for shading. So I'll use some of the image just for shading, just to get a more realistic feel, you know. So as you can see, you'll see like I'm shading right now, just getting that realistic feel. I add like a Gaussian blur to it, you know, and then it'll blend real good, and then I start shading real good, just making it look real smooth and accurate without taking away from the art, you know what I mean? So I don't want it to look too real to where it look like a 3D render, and I also don't want it to look, you know, too so cartoony that, you know, it's just not like enjoyable to watch, you know. But yeah, right now I'm just doing the shading, just adding shadows to the character, you know. And I can always adjust this as I need to. And as you can see, I'm also working in a timeline too in Photoshop. So I just do all of my as I create each character. It's a great idea to keep everything organized. So I keep all my shadows separated and organized. As you can see, like the fight scenes is coming out real good. I go back in sometimes, I touch up some stuff. You know, this character that I'm working on right now is the main character. He's inspired by Bruce Lee and James Bond. and Jason Bourne, different characters like that. So he's very inspired by those characters. So you can see the scratches, you know, on him. You can see the Bruce Lee scratches. He's really inspired by Bruce Lee. I'm a big fan of Bruce Lee, so that's the reason why this character is inspired by Bruce Lee. He's inspired by me, myself too. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed it. It's your boy Twant Lavish. Smash that like, smash that subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.